Welcome back. Lots of folks taking advantage of early voting across the state for the primary runoff election.
And while statewide races are drawing major attention, voters in Nueces County will also need to decide who could become the next Precinct 2 commissioner.
Yeah, Natalia Osuna spoke with both Democratic candidates and our 3 News political expert ahead of the runoff.
In Nueces County, the Texas primary runoff election is now underway. Among the candidates, Isabel Noyola Martin throwing her hat in the ring.
My hat's off to the voters.
She's running for County Commissioner Precinct 2, hoping to bring something new to the table.
I am a former Nueces County Adult Probation Officer. Public safety is at the top of my priorities. I can be a voice for not only the community, but also the employees of Nueces County that deserve to be paid well.
Healthcare and infrastructure also high up on our list.
Part of the rural areas of Bishop and Petronila, and those areas are always in dire need of programs and projects that will improve their quality of life, and I plan to do that.
Meanwhile, incumbent Joe A. Gonzalez,
I don't call myself a politician, I call myself a public servant.
the current county commissioner for Precinct 2 running for re-election, has served his community in many different ways.
Police officer, the Federal Probation and Parole, Department of Justice, and as a judge and as a commissioner.
And says he still has work to do.
How can I help the people? It's not so much, to me, it's not so much about buildings, it's not so much about infrastructure, it's about the people, health and safety.
Improving infrastructure and drainage in rural areas has been a top priority, especially with grant-funded projects already in the works.
So those projects, they're going to continue to fight the water coming into the homes and all that. So we need to finish this project.
As you can see by these signs right by me, this is not the only race in this Texas primary runoff election. You also have one for a Democratic candidate for a lieutenant governor, as well as a Republican candidate for a U.S. Senate.
Obviously a very consequential race. Whoever wins that runoff will face James Tallarico in the general election in what looks like it's going to be a very close race.
Dr. Bill Chris pointing out that in elections like these, small shifts in support can have a big impact.
Whoever's the most right-wing Republican or the most left-wing Democrat is going to have the edge. And so, and that's because only the highest motivated voters actually turn out for these runoffs.
Natalia Osuna, 3 News.
All right, Natalia, thank you so much for that report. And again, election day for this runoff already next Tuesday.
Yeah, and early voting happening all this week, 7 to 7. I was looking at some numbers in Nueces County. Looks like about 1,300 or so folks did that yesterday. No word yet today, but you've got the rest of the week, so if you want to do that,
get it in early.
Take advantage. And
folks, if you are planning to get your vote in early, you'll want to pay attention to the weather.
Yeah, it's better to do it early because if you can't do it one day because of the weather, you can always do it the next day. Yeah. If you wait till Tuesday, next Tuesday, right?
Yeah. You might run into lines.
Then there's still a chance we're dealing with rain and thunderstorms. So, yeah, early.